Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Chad, and this week we're going to be answering the eternal 2 a.m. text of 2020. Hey, Japan, you up? If you clicked on this video, first off, thank you, welcome to my channel. Second off, I assume, like me, you're probably trying to get into Japan. I have been trying for the last year. In fact, since I was 19, I have been either living in Japan or traveling to Japan on business every single year. There has not been a year of my life that has not been involved over there, except for 2020. And I, by the way, had a flight there that got canceled, just like everyone else, I'm sure. So I've been diligently watching, planning, waiting, becoming frustrated, trying to get into Japan, I'm sure just like you guys are, and also being frustrated with the fact that whenever you Google Japan opening or whatever else that probably led you to this video, you seem to be getting mostly news from November, December, sometimes even July, I found. Ugh. So with that all being said, and this being my 400th video, yeah, 400, I decided to do something more broadly available to people to help not just my subscribers or people that regularly watch me, but anyone that wants to partake in the thing that I love, the reason I make these videos, Japan. So I have my notes here. I'm going to be trying to, as there are major updates, this will not be like a weekly thing that I do, but as there are major updates to Japan opening, tourism being let back in, everything kind of normalizing, I will be releasing videos, hopefully updating everyone here. This video should be up to date as of February 10th, but I will be making subsequent videos anytime that there's an update. So if you would like to be updated with clear instructions, plain headlines with cited sources like I'm going to be doing here, all you have to do is subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit that notification button. It'll ping you anytime I make a video about this being updated. And it would mean a lot to me. So let's jump into, can you get into Japan? Not really. For anyone who's not familiar with the situation as it's been happening in Japan, they had an extremely hard lockdown right at the start of the coronavirus, to the point where, like, spouses couldn't get back in to see their husbands and wives. It was very controversial. And they pretty much kept that, but a little bit later in late summer and early fall, they started opening up to certain countries that were strategic in terms of importing and exporting business. And this involved me, especially because I do run a importing and exporting business from Japan, although we weren't on the list because I'm American. These countries that they opened up these very kind of select visas for happened to hit certain milestones with the coronavirus, so that basically they had to go, these countries have it pretty under control, so we'll let these in, but not others. Now they started issuing letters of eligibility right after that for people that met those specific criterias, although everyone else was still basically banned, no tourism, no nothing. This is all like business, typically. Now, due to several instances of the word I will not say to not get demonetized here, they decided to reenact basically the extremely strict ban that happened before, and even if you were given letters of eligibility, if you met the requirements to be let in for business, hey, you booked your flight, you booked your hotel, sorry, they shut it down again all the month of January, saying that at least that harsh lockdown would kind of subside around February 7th. Well, February 7th came and they extended it to March 7th. Which, doesn't that just sound very par for the course? Now, this was interesting, and I did only find it in the Japan Times article. It seems that there might be some cases of leniency in terms of, like, if you have a case of an emergency where you need to get back into Japan for some reason. I don't know what that specifically entails because they didn't cite that resource, so take this as a grain of salt. I will say, for people thinking maybe that's my in, to look at Japan's record of letting refugees in. Over the last 20 years, almost 10,000, tens of thousands. It's just such a huge number. They let 36 in. I would not bet whatever trip or whatever reason you're getting in on the generosity of the Japanese government. That being said, I am an eternal optimist. I'd like to think about ways that might let us in quicker instead of going, this will just last forever and meh, bah humbug. So, where's our hope laying right now? Well, right now, hopefully, March 7th comes around. The demonetization virus will lower itself as it has done in 3 prefectures, one of which is mine. Shout out to Fukuoka. And this would be indicative of an overall decline that hopefully would lead to Japan opening up wider and broader, God willing, by summer. Japan also has a financial incentive to open up by summer. You see, they're a year set back from their Olympic goals. For the Olympic 2020 to 21 Olympics, whatever that is, the budget seems to be about 50% corporate sponsors, and they're expecting about 50% for ticket sales. So already slicing down ticket sales way down and facing a sexual harassment scandal from the head of the Olympic Committee in Japan that has left lots of sponsors trying to flood out. The idea of postponing it another year till 2022, where it has to then compete with the Chinese Winter Olympics, would appear at first glance to be a net tumor on the Japanese economy, especially after how much they've already spent on the games. So they have been very unapologetically 2021 this summer. It's happening. So that gives us a little glimmer of hope, although it's unsure if they will let anyone in to actually see it. Maybe it'll all be virtual. Either way, Japan's going to be taking a massive hit from this Olympics and will need your tourist dollars. Ching ching, brothers. Besides the escalating costs of the Olympics due to extra precautions thanks to the demonetization virus, Japan's government has committed to between 60 and 70 million Pfizer vaccines. The exact dosages are a little weird because it depends on the syringe that they use, and they have a shortage of the one that gets them 6 instead of 5. Again, any of the things I'm talking about, I'll leave links in the description down below. You can read these yourselves. Regardless, that's about half their population, and of course, if they can encourage syringe manufacturers to increase their capability of outputting of these special syringes, they intend to revise that number to 120 million, which anyone that knows about Japan is roughly the populace, more or less. Right now, the approval for the vaccine by the health ministry is scheduled for around February 15th, with the first 36 vaccines going out to people age 65 and older, which are the highest risk group, 2 days later, February 17th. So you can see they really are putting the spurs to it. This is the opinion part of the video. If I'm a gambling man, right, I've gone to Japan during volcanoes and tsunamis. I've been there in election years and when it's peaceful and when everything's good. I've been there when the rockets shot over, and I've dealt with all these. I've seen kind of the trends of how the government works. I would not bet on getting there before summer. If I was a gambling man, which I'm not, and if you guys are planning a trip and you're seeing all these really great prices for March and April, unless those somehow have a free cancellation policy, I would be hesitant to book before summer, but that's just me. That's just my advice. And of course, I will work my hardest to keep you guys updated as the situation evolves. If you like this video, be sure to like it down below. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or compliments, you can leave them in the comment box down below. I do personally read all of them. I will continue to make updates like this, maybe once a month or whenever there's some sort of big update. If you like this video, please tell me. If this is something you're not really interested in, I'll just stop. But regardless, thank you for sticking around for this video. For everyone that's been around for 400 videos, thank you so much. This channel would not be here without the 18,000 of you subbed at the time of making this. That's my Chad on Twitter, Chad Zimmerman on Twitch TV. St. Chaddies is coming up March 17th. You don't want to miss it. Check it out on Twitch. You can buy my books on Amazon, link in the description down below, as well as all these other things I talk about. Join the manga club, join the Patreon. All right, we're good. Love hard, love deep, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye. So hey, thank you for sticking around after the outro. I just wanted to let you guys know, Marley, I mentioned it last outro, my dog got out of surgery. She's doing well. You can tell by the size of her swollen hip where the surgery happened. She's probably in a lot of pain. We have to keep her separate from the other dogs. I just wanted to give you guys an update. Here she is, sitting right there, just looking up at the thing. That's also Sophie, my other dog, that's kind of sniffing, protecting her from the outside, being a good younger sister. So thank you all so much for saying such positive things about Marley. She's doing well. We're looking forward to a full recovery. Thank you so much for subscribing and staying for the subscriber-only outro. I love you guys, love hard, love deep, and I will see you all at 401 videos next week. Bye-bye.